Not that it matters a whole bunch because they're still usable, but this is the other thing that was a little disappointing. Like if you look like this screw, I don't know, it's got some kind of crap already on it. They're not all like that, but there was 2 or 3 of them where it looks like, I don't know, maybe that was a test screw or something, like it was used to tap something out, or it was already, you know, pulled from maybe an already assembled top or whatever. But it was like, you know, there's exactly 18 screws in there, no extra, and some of them were like kind of crummy looking. What we have here, this lower hole, is where the Clecos originally lined up with the window trim. And some of them, when you look in here, some of them, like this one here, wound up right on in the valley there, so it's not going to hold a bolt. And some of them like just wound up in here. They didn't even come through even here. Some of them just wound up in the frame itself. So now with the Clecos in and lining it up so that it doesn't come through, so you can actually get the bolts in there, this top part here no longer fits in the frame. So we're going to have to cut it along that blue line just to even get it to drop into the window frame, which maybe will, if we're lucky, will kind of take care of this corner here a little bit and give it more of a square cut over there. But this is what I'm talking about with the other cut. See how nice and square this is here instead of being rounded off. So when it comes down and made up, you know, it looks quite nice. When I come over here, at least with the stock cut on there, you know, like the rounded part, now it's hard to see, but like the seal starts poking through, you know, and just doesn't look so good. Modification aside, my main worry is by the time I cut this much off the top, I'm losing that much on the bottom. You know, so by the time I get a seal in here and get that raised up off the car, you know, I'm going to have a pretty sizable gap underneath there. It's going to look pretty dumb, I think. You know, you can already kind of see it poking out from the bottom over there. And if you look at the contour just of the cut, I mean, right about here, you can even see how the cut gets kind of wavy, like it wasn't a very straight cut to begin with, and then it matches back up over here okay, but again, you know, it's banged out, and it's, I don't know, I'm just worried about what the finished product is going to look like, and I wasn't expecting, here's a little better view where you can kind of see how the cut follows this radius, and all of a sudden it got up here, you know, probably a saw blade or whatever you're cutting it with, difference, and you know, my main concern too, or my other major concern, is being able to get this cut done properly, you know, because again, if I bring it back down here, not only do these holes, like this hole doesn't line up with anything, it ended up being down here below the top. But none of these other holes in the Clecos, they were in the subframe part, you know, like there you can see where they are now. We had to move them up just to be able to get them in, but like for instance, this one didn't even make it into the frame. It wound up in here, which obviously it's impossible to get a washer and a nut on.